It seemed the story ended there, where breath grew faint beneath the sky. The hill stood still in shadowed grief, and love was laid where bodies lie. The promise felt like shattered light. The night closed in around the cross, yet heaven's heart was moving still, beyond what sorrow understood.
He walked among the weary souls and touched the wounds no eyes could see. He spoke of mercy without bounds and love that sets the captive free. He called the lost and lifted shame, restored the broken to their place. And even as the darkness grew, his steps remained in perfect grace.
For he knew the road of giving was the path redemption chose, and every step towards surrender was the seed of life he sowed. No power held him on that cross, it was love that kept him there. In wounded silence, heaven opened, and grace was poured into despair. Not the end, it was not the end, but the beginning. Love breaking through the night, where death believed it had dominion, rose everlasting life. It was not the end, but promise, hope breathing once again. The stone could never hold the love that God would raise for all of us.
The final cry moved through the air, the temple veil was torn apart. Creation trembled at the weight of mercy poured from heaven's heart.
It looked like lost to human sight, like God had turned away. Yet in the unseen depth of grace, forgiveness found its way.
Every wound he carried held the distance we had known.
And in the deepest giving, he restored us to his own. A stone was sealed against the dark, a body rested in the earth, but heaven's breath was stirring still, the dawn of deathless birth. Not the end, it was not the end, but the beginning. Love breaking through the night, where death believed it had dominion, rose everlasting life. It was not the end, but promise, hope breathing once again. The stone could never hold the love that God would raise for all of us. In quiet light before the dawn, the earth felt life awakened.
What once was sealed began to yield, the grave itself was shaken.
The stone stood only as a sign of what could not contain.
The living power rising now beyond all death and pain. And when the light filled up the tomb, time itself was changed. Death had lost its final claim, and love forever reigned. Easter is the crossing from fear into the light.
From guilt into forgiveness, from darkness into light.
It is love that never leaves us, grace that starts again.
Hope no stone can silence, and no grave can ever end. For those who pass through sorrow, discover what is true. The end becomes beginning in the risen life of you. It was not the end, but the beginning. Love breaking through the night, where death believed it had dominion, rose everlasting life. It was not the end, it is living, hope forever strong. Christ is risen, and his light leads every heart along. The story did not end at the cross, love did not remain in the grave.
Life spoke louder than death, and every dawn since then carries the echo of resurrection. salvation. The end is never the end when God writes the beginning.